What's up, gamers, gamies, and gamettes? My name is John, and welcome back to FALLSTREAK. Last time, we're basically reading a story about a doll and a girl being the same person within another story. I mean, being told by some other little girl. So this is pretty much interesting. So we're gonna continue it because I'm so entranced with this story and the freaking music that goes with it. It's like, yeah. Did you know, dear dreamer? No matter how much I wish to, I can't create a story. False, you can. Because a story is a world, and the minimum amount of people required to create a world is 2. A writer can pen enough books to circle the horizon, but without a reader, a story can never be born of it. Without a reader, a book is nothing but a one-sided coin. No matter how much the author wishes for it, no matter how much they pour their soul into it, a story cannot be realized alone. Bitterness, frustration, sorrow, and despair. It was an expression that the girl had never shown the doll before. The imagine of a stranger and someone familiar overlapped, making the I just bit my tongue, making the doll afraid to reach out. But moreover than anything, it did not want to see the girl make such a face. So it spoke up, giving a voice its deepest desire. If it takes 2 people to create a world, then let me be the second person. Let me be the other half. The doll wanted to see the girl smile again, because without it, it was lost. Please, I don't know what I can do, but I want to help you. Won't you let me? But the doll's heartfelt plea, no, was met only with rejection. Words that carried the doll's earnest wish. They fell to the ground, unvoiced, unrealized. You can't create a world with me. Why? Why can't I? Because you do not possess the will of your own. What do you mean? I am not here. Am I not speaking with you at this very moment? That too is just a lie. The words you spoke are not your own. They are but a product of a script. The girl's eyes were alien, foreign. They were eyes of a stranger the doll did not know. The doll did not understand. The girl would gaze upon it with warm eyes and caress it with tender hands. Now only coldness dwelled within her eyes, a gulf that could not be traversed, having opened up between the 2. The doll could not bear it. It wanted the girl to be held dear to come back. And so it asked of the girl, why do you forsake me? I do not forsake you. You do. No, it is myself who I forsake. Because it's not no one else after all. There is no one else in the world but me. I am here. I exist. You are nothing but a doll. The doll could not accept the girl's words, and so compelled by denial, the nearest depression, he lashed out at the girl. This! But something unexpected happened when the doll's hand made contact with the girl. This is! With the clanking sound of the falling to the ground, the girl's arm, an arm not flesh and blood. There's nothing left for me to hide, is there? Sinking to her knees, the girl cradled the arm laying on the on the ground. Her hunched figure seemed incredibly small to the doll. Most of my body has already been replaced with doll parts. I am almost much as a doll as you. The girl had spared nothing. Not even her own body is in yearning to create another self. It is for the reason that I know. The strings that attach the body and soul are the same as the which controls dolls. Dolls like you don't have any will of their own. They are simply inhabited by mine. Strings that bestowed life and movement upon the girl's creation. Those very strings were the girl's chains. The doll under my control cannot do anything beyond deceit. Even when they laugh, cry, and sing, those actions never stop being my own. Even you, dear dreamer, you cannot move unless I command it. You are incapable of disobeying the script I write for you. But most importantly, you are incapable of writing your own script. The doll did not know what to say. It did not know how to feel. Perhaps it was shock. Or perhaps it was because the girl had not determined what the doll might feel or say. You understand now, don't you? Why can't you create a world with me? Because I am you, and you are me. A spell to break the glass seal. It left the doll's mouth unbitten. I am all alone in this world. This eternally repeating present. I deceived myself, deluded myself into thinking it was finally over. After so long, my time has finally begun to move. After so long, I'll finally be able to reach the future. That was what I thought. But it was all just a hollow facade. As one of the doll and the girl spoke in the cold truth that lay beneath glided Wonderland. Imagine warmth, fabricated color. In the end, I am nothing but a lonely girl playing with dolls by herself. Something wet and clear began to stream down the girl's face. It was proof she was human, proof she was alive. And as the doll could not do the same, it was proof that she was only the one in the world. A world like this, I do not need anymore. I can't bear it anymore. A world only one that continued into the turn fruitlessness like a broken cog. I'm tired of it. So tired. I just want to rest now. So the last thing I will have to you, dear dreamer, is to end this life of mine. Oh my God. At the moment it extended from the doll's arm. A terrible cold denial. An reverberation, wrath of steel. The key is already in silver lock. All there's left to do is turn it. With the mechanical steps of the doll marched forward, just as the girl directed, just as her own will desired. In the end, I knew exactly what I was doing, didn't I? The reason I created you was to free me from this unending dream. As if guided by invisible strings, the doll's body moved forth. One step, two. The doll advanced toward the girl, tensing, rotating its arm. Now then, this dream that has gone on for far too long. It's time to wake up. With her arms spread wide, the girl welcomed the doll into her chest, embracing it sweetly, tenderly, as the doll's 7 colors turned to one. Red, the colorful canvas, red, but the monochrome canvas, vibrant and vacant, that became overwhelmed with a singular hue. So dark, so cold. Is this death? It's scary, isn't it, dear dreamer? The doll answered, it did not. A tear run down its proclaimed cheek, red as roses. It was not clear. Not clear like the raindrops that flowed down the girl's face. Alone. That's how I've always been all my life, but at the very least, I didn't want to die that way. With someone at my side. That's how I wanted it to end. Won't you grant me my small wish of mine, dear dreamer? It was then that the doll's mouth moved. giving voice to one last gentle line. I am here, by your side. We shall sleep together, for I am you, and you are me. And so the world of only one become that of none. As the last of the remains slipped into eternal repose, when I come to, I find myself lying on bed. Even before I opened my eyes, though I knew. Still here, huh? Curling into a loose ball, I find the book I'd packed out to my side. I run my fingers across the book's nameless binding. Its blank roughness corresponds. A world where nothing is unexpected and everything is defined by you. A universe of only one. I wonder, what if people were to gods as dolls were to the girl? Dolls cannot act on their own, and the puppeteer that controls them can never be ignorant of what they would do. Because of the intrinsic level, their actions are the puppeteers. In a similar vein, people can laugh, cry, and sing, but in their laughter an elimination of the product of their free will? Or is it simply a dictation of the unseen script? Creating an existent other than your own and breathing life into it, loving it with all your heart and giving it your everything. Yet, no matter what you do, it will never be able to escape the intrinsic quality of being of the extension of your soul. The despair of knowing your creation can never possess free will or the capacity to grow on its own. It makes you question if yourself have free will. It makes you question if even God has free will. For an omniscient eternity knows everything, even if its own decision in the future does not forbid free will to the entity. Excuse me. Perhaps free doesn't really truly exist. But even then, I think we should believe that it does. What do you think about that, Tubby? Musing to myself, I turn my gaze to the floor next to the bed. The book I had picked out for Tubby is the Celestial Library was laying there with the knots in the single page done. What are you, a bumpkin? Don't doze off on the mere sight of the book. At least try to read some of it. When I blink and look again, Tubby's book, which was been on the first page, was suddenly on the last. You're not fooling anyone into thinking you read all of that in the blink of an eye. I like that, that's funny. I'm quite conscious of the fact that everything is in this exchange is merely part of the script, I imagine, but spirited facades like that there was important for keeping my sanity intact. I'm just like the girl in the story, aren't I? Life's most fundamental quality is the most subvert of non-existence. Excuse me. Blah, 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 blah. Perhaps it could be said if it was the life's most intrinsic purpose to something rather than nothing. Something, anything that defies nothingness. Anything, everything that fills that world with color and movement. It was the most base and pure impervious. A blank canvas must be painted over, no matter what that means. But even the most beautiful canvases are as null and as dust as if not shared. I heave as a heavy sigh as I rest my head on the book. Being left alone here for so long with nothing but your own thoughts gons at you. Excuse me. Since I never got tired and there was no night. Oh fuck, I clicked that by accident. There was but times I've been working to find alternative after simply shutting my eyes for a bit. Good evening, Tubby. Mumbling something that wouldn't make sense anywhere else, I begin to doze off. As I'm fading away, for some reason I struck it with inexplicably conviction that Tubby would make for an amazing pillow. Tubby pillow for sale, buy one, get one free. No refunds will be issued for some of the odd reasons your product has no actual physical form. Transition. Oh, alright. The sound of chirping birds, a song that brings me release of sweet as I feel my entire body with the going slack with relief. As my eyes adjust to the warm sunlight flowing through the window, I let out of a breath so deep one would think I'd be under the entire night. Excuse me. A light breeze rustles the curtains, brushing against my cheek, the way one would tenderly caress someone to ease from their slumber. It's probably something few others would ever think about. But the air of the world we live in is alive. It is full of movement, weight, and subtle scenes. There is texture, is that the golden dreams, Ezra's air, and cannot compare to. And back, the sight and sensation of the waking world fill me with a madeline familiar hunger, like the desire of gorge on the rich similar surrounding me. Speaking of eating, something smells good. The appetizing aroma of breakfast is being prepared tickled my nose, prompting me to sleep out of the comfort of my bed. Oh. After wrapping up my morning dailies, I descend from the stairs to the kitchen where the bowl of chicken and contents already awaited me. Oh, this looks spiffy. This looks pretty dope. Oh, who's this? Cecily. Is that the creators? Like, alright. Good morning, Ad. Did you have a restful night? Alright, you know what? Yeah, let's go a little bit more. Yes, it was golden. Holding up the OK sign, I blew furiously on a spoon of a hot rice porridge before guiding it in my mouth. That's funny. I give it a little yelp while my tongue scorches from the unexpected heat. Careful. It's fresh out of the pot. Nah, I don't want to give him that voice. Hold on. Actually, his design looks pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. Careful. It's fresh out of the pot. Papa oh wait, that's Papa? Oh shit, wait, that's Papa? Alright. Papa makes a troubled expression as he watches me squirm around. And I say, alright, I have to give him a Papa voice then. Somehow the pain was not unwelcome. That was too one of the tiny treasures of an ordinary life after all. You seem to be in high spirits today, Ad. Something happened at school. Papa pushes a glass of water over me as he prudently whips his own chow. Once liberated from the concrete Corgie's searing heat, I think back of the day before the golden dream. I believe we were having a bridge construction contest today. Ah, that would explain why you were collecting all those materials last night. Well, will you be able to carry them all at school though? Seems a bit heavy. Do you doubt my strength? With a swaggering smile, I flex my legendary textbook taunting biceps. Please get Noletta to help you. I don't know who Noletta is, but I think I'm gonna leave it off right here for right now, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. So we're gonna find out what's gonna happen next time. So without further ado, I hope you guys have a good night, good evening, good morning, from wherever. So peace out and sayonara. Bye bye.